Hi, everybody. My name is Ryan Fasan, and welcome to Meet the Makers from Tile of Spain. It's our opportunity to get in deep in details with some of our manufacturers from the global brand Tile of Spain. And today we're here with Salva Serra from Bestile in Spanish, Bestile for us here in North America.
Right.
Salva, thank you very much for joining us today.
You're welcome.
It's really nice to talk to you. Bestile has been one of my favorites for a very long time. I love the decorative style that you guys bring and the unique sort of compositions that you always showcase. So I'm excited to talk to you today.
Thank you.
I know for us in ceramics, especially European, logistics has been a really big issue in a lot of cases. I know the Spanish industry weathered the pandemic very, very well and had very minimal shutdowns. But one of the biggest impacts for us in our North American customers has been the logistics issue. I'm wondering sort of what kind of impacts you felt and safeguards you're putting in place and how you're helping your customers weather these storms over the past couple of years.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's true. We are very aware of the significant impacts on the supply chain globally, and we, in the hope of smoothing things, we have implemented two kinds of strategies. On the one hand, our purchasing team has been working very, very hard to fortify relationships with our energy and raw material suppliers, especially. On the other hand, our commitment has been to make large investments during this year to increase our production capacity. Bestile, at the beginning of the year, we rented the factory next to our production plant number 1. This is Ceramica Mimas. In the springtime, March, more or less, we bought Azulino San Marti factory. This was it's a factory founded in 1897. So
yeah, it's a very old and very well-known brand. Yep.
And with this acquisition, we are able to produce more than 100,000 square meters of tiles per day. And now recently, at the beginning of September, we have bought the production plant of Unicer small size also.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
So this two ways, and finally also this year we have changed our headquarters, and this incorporates covered logistic warehouse of 44,000 square meters. So
wow,
we think that with all that, we are ready to get and to give an interrupted supply, which in our point of view is the best way to help future-proof and ensure this flow of goods.
No, and that's a huge thing, and it speaks very well of the strategy of your management, that you're doing two-prong and actually looking at raw material procurement and energy supply as well, because I know a lot of manufacturers are actually experiencing an increased cost in a lot of their production costs. So they're having to, charge their consumers even more. Like there's been regular price increases, not just in tile, in just about everything around the world, right?
Sure.
Both like compounded by logistics. So logistics costs are going up, raw material costs are going up. And, in the end, it's impacting the end consumer. So I think it speaks very well for your company and the forethought that you've had in securing your supply chain and then expanding so that you don't have, outages. And, you've talked about some very, very old and very well-known names with a lot of deep history in Spanish tile that have been part of the company's expansion and procurement. And that's one of the things that I absolutely love about ceramics is the history and and the know-how that gets passed down, because most of these are family companies, and the marriage between new and classic technology. And I think that that's something that Bestile does extremely well in your decorative programs and your small formats, is marrying new and old sort of styles and to create something completely different. Is there anything that you'd like to talk about in your new product lines that kind of showcases that marriage of new and classic technology?
Well, in fact, Bestile is known for having three product segments. One is the portion of great thickness and resistance. The other is a segment made of products that looks like natural stone or marble or wood, cement. And finally, the last segment includes the whole decorative product, especially in small sizes, in small formats. It's there, it's here, in this development of this type of decorative product, where traditional methods are used at a certain moment of the production process. For instance, the use of a very special enamel such as lithium enamels to replace lead enamels, which are prohibited for obvious health reasons.
Right.
Allow us to recreate the wonderful effects of the early 20th century ceramics.
I wondered, okay.
These are used in the same way and achieve a unique appearance that would be impossible to obtain with the normal enamels. The most modern ceramic factories in Europe are technological gems, where the role of the inkjet technology, the industry 4.0, and maximizing the productivity, this combination is to offer the best product at a reasonable price.
Right.
More important, even also without high labor, with obvious human rights, and without an uncontrolled pollution.
It's very cool that there's new mineral compounds that are coming out, because a lot of people don't know that glazes are pure minerals. There's no chemicals or anything else that goes into them. We have to actually find, different mineral and oxide compounds to create new effects and colors in our glazes. So it's really cool to see that sort of history and know-how is being reproduced in a modern way to create those kind of effects in a much more cost-effective fashion. Now, you did talk about three different sort of product lines, and one thing that is another way to really reduce the cost for end consumers is by manipulating the gauge or thickness of our tile, right? So depending on what the technological characteristics are needed for a certain area, we can either make a tile thicker or thinner to just achieve the minimum that is required for those areas, and allow for a lot of cost savings for consumers. Is that something that your company's doing anything with?
Yes,
yes. In terms of your exteriors and your...
As I explained before,
go ahead.
One of the three segments in which Bestile is specialized is the thicker, in this case, thicker products. We have two production plants completely specialized in the manufacture of 20 mm and also 14 mm thick products. There are only three Spanish suppliers who can manufacture this kind of product category, and Bestile is one of them. This opened up the possibilities of using the ceramics in places and projects where it had no possibility before. It has no place, the ceramic. So with these products, the ceramic can be placed in all types of exteriors or public areas, like such patios or gardens, terraces, shopping centers, and they have great advantage over other types of products. I'm speaking of maintenance-free. The tiles, it doesn't deform or wear down. I'm speaking of stain resistance. The dirt does not penetrate the porcelain.
Yeah.
Or the resistance to frost and temperature changes. But also the sleep resistant. We can choose the optimum degree of non-slip. So it's perfect for pavement or of exterior in transit time, transit places. I mean,
right.
Yeah.
No, and it makes a huge deal to specifiers and building owners to the end budget to be able to transition from inside in a mortared installation to outside, and being able to just do a gravel set or on pedestals and mechanically fasten the thicker profiles. And that's huge. So are you making actually 10 mm product that matches your thicker product for exterior? So mortared
Right.
inside. And so
Right.
that's very, very smart. Well, that's really cool. I'm excited for you guys to have Cersei coming up next week, and I'm sure that you've got. Actually, I've seen that you have some really exciting novelties to showcase to the world at Cersei. So I want to thank you for talking to me today, and I want to wish you good luck next week.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to talk to you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Salva. Take care.
Bye. Ciao.